ESO Daily. I'm your host, Mysticraven. Alright, so I usually have this ritual before I go to bed. I'll do my gaming throughout the day, whatever, depending on which platform. I'll usually PvP on the weekends, and then I'll try to get in PvP 1 hour a night. Just to, it's kind of like my downtime. But the thing I want to kind of discuss is when players are killing PvP. And I don't know, it depends on your platform, what you're doing. And what I mean by kill, Vivek is really, on PS4, is in a poor state when it comes to factions and things like that. When I came in here, blue's locked out, yellow's locked. Red is not even a little over, over the halfway mark. But like when you open up the map, literally, I went in the southern moor before I could even get to the gate. Now, notice something. We don't have any scrolls, right? We don't. But AD players are just grieving players now, right? That's what they're doing. They're just grieving them. And because they have alliances with certain blue players, so it's like blue's at full capacity. You could be trying to get capes, control the board better. We have like 1 or 2 keeps, but like when we don't have a scroll and you come through the gate just to grieve players, that's killing your PvP community. So what you're going to end up doing is causing players not to want to play. Oh, look, they're here. And I'm by myself. Go figure. But, to me, it's just like, why do you want to make it so that players don't want to engage? They don't want to PvP. It's kind of like, the most interesting aspect for me is that players want to be like that, And it's just like, I can understand him taking this keep. But at this point, it is what it is. And I think it's a reflection of the community. How poor, it's a poor, I don't know. I think that's what my whole thing with faction swapping is. For ZOS to allow it, allow players to have multiple factions on the same server. It's literally making players, from one faction say, why even participate in PvP when they're going to run amok and they're going to gang up on whatever faction on your platform. So it doesn't have to be an EP thing, it doesn't have to be an AD thing, it doesn't have to be a DC thing. The whole idea behind 3 factions is to kind of, make it a little bit more chaotic. So it throws in another element. And the way things have been going for PvP, it's like, the top players are faction swapping and dictating, well, this faction isn't going to have a chance in the fucking world of having emperorcy, of having a chance to actually enjoy PvP. And that's hurting this community. Players are killing the game at this point. They're killing it. They're killing it themselves. When you take a look and you wonder why PvP isn't going to be fun, PvP is going to lose its attraction. You're not going to get it. What fun is it when you don't get to PvP against somebody? If there's nobody to PvP against, it's going to be boring. Because players aren't going to want to play. Players aren't going to want to PvP. They're not going to want to do it. They're going to be like, fuck it, let them have it. I'm here by myself. Who's defending this? Nobody. EP doesn't give a shit. They're not even logging in. 1, we have an event going on. That's partial. But 2, nobody gives a shit anymore on my faction. Nobody cares. They're getting driven away because of the alliances. And it's sad. It's really sad that it's coming down to this. And ZOS needs to take a look and say, how do we fix this? How do we situate this? Well, one of the big ways you can help ZOS is say, hey, if you have one faction on that server, you're not going to bring in a EP. If you're AD, you're not going to bring in EP or DC character on that server. Now that promotes other servers. Like I saw a video from another player who said, who's a known EP player, says, I'm walking away from Vivek because of this bullshit. And it's going to be that way. And it's sad. It's really sad that it's coming down to this. So the players are killing. It's not the devs killing the game, it's the players. And they need to take a look at this, and they need to ask themselves, hey, you know, how do we want PvP to be? Do we want to fight against anybody? Because when you don't, you win. Fine, you win. Take it. You know, have fun doing it. You can have it all day long. And it's sad. So, there it is, guys. It's not Zoth killing it directly. It's the players. You know, all these faction swappers. All of this, you know, hey, we're going to gang up on one faction. Not going to give them a chance in the world. And it's sad. And this is the state of... on PC, it's not that bad. I think I'm enjoying PC more and more just because of this shit. Just because of it. And this is real. This is real. This is how it goes. And it's sad. You know, truth be told, you know, I hate it to be this way, man. I mean, I really do. I really hate it to, you know, say this and, you know, be like that, but, you know, I mean, how are players, you know, it is what it is. You can't deny it. I can't deny it. It's a fact. So, just sad, man. But, yeah. So, I hope everybody on AD and all the, you know, the players who, you know, want to, like, you know, pick on one faction enjoy having only two factions, because sooner or later EP is going to, like, completely walk away from this, man. And when you have nobody to grief anymore and you have nobody to pick on, what are you going to do? You're killing the game. You're killing it. You're killing it for yourselves, man. Not worth it, man. You know, not worth it. I understand you want to be competitive, but if you don't let players become competitive, the game becomes boring. You know, and one of the things that I'm discouraged about is I want to see new players in Citadel, but what chance do they have? You know, ZeniMax is doing the best they can. I see your comment, but my phone's charging. ZeniMax is doing the best they can to try to balance out some equations, but I mean, seriously, there's not Citadel's becoming more and more like, what's the point? You know, you got people at the gates. Now they're just gonna gate farm. That's all they're gonna do. You know, AP gate farm and say, fuck it, you can't have one fucking keep. You're not even allowed to have a keep. And if you do get a keep, we'll make sure blue, because our friends on the blue side will hit you on this side, we'll hit you on that side, and fuck you guys. Fuck your faction. Well, have fun with that, guys. Have fun with it. A lot of known EP players are leaving Vivek, and I feel like I'm heading in that direction as well. I don't want to go to another PvP server, but if those players switch, I might just do it myself too. You know? It just might come down to that. I want to try to take this farm. But, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, and I can't even stream events on PS4. I could probably have better luck streaming PvP events on PC than the PlayStation, because you got stream stalkers. You know, the PS4 is polluted with, you know, these people, and some of them are, you know, are on my friends list, and I like them. They're great individuals, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And it's pretty sad that when I walk in, I have an hour of game time, and I walk into Citadel, and I can't even PvP. I can't even get to enjoy it. That's sad. So, yeah, I'm telling you guys, AD, DC, try to PvP against each other. That's what this game's designed to do. You know, I get it. Control points is good. You want to control the map. Nothing wrong with that. But when you're opening gates with no scrolls, walking through gates just to grieve players, I won't even do that. It's like, a PvP to me means something. I don't mind PvPing. I like PvPing. But what's the point of PvPing if I can't? Because I'm getting zerged down at gate. It's crazy, man. Alright, guys. I hope things change. I doubt it. At least on this platform. And I'm hoping that ZeniMax in the future stops these players from having multiple factions on the same PvP server. It's toxic. It is really bad. And if you're one of these players, I'm not going to call you out. You know who you are. Do you want to wreck your game? Because that's what you're doing. All right, there it is, said and done. All right, I want to thank everybody for watching, and once again and always, have a nice day.